Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Growth in the Garden. I'm Andrea. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I transplant my zinnias into its own separate pot. And I go through the process of how to make sure that it doesn't get root shock and die. I also will be going over mulching, because I'm going to mulch a few of my pots that don't have mulch in it. And I'll explain all that while I'm doing it. So again, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to push the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are informed when I post more content. Thank you. Let's get started. Okay, y'all may not see me, but I hope you can hear me. So I have this big pot. I got drainage holes at the bottom. I got this pot for $1 at the Dollar Tree a few weeks ago. Any container that you use for planting, it has to have holes in the bottom. Unless it's a fabric pot, it doesn't need holes because the fabric allows the water to drain through. But so yeah, I'm going to fill this up with the soil. I'll probably put a little plant food in it, nothing special. And then I'm going to take these zinnias out of the container with the sunflowers. There are 4 of them, and I'm going to put them in this pot. And then I'm going to mulch the top. I'm going to put some of this Espoma plant tone. My flowers is good for vegetables and flowers, and it's a slow release dry fertilizer. I'm just going to do a little handful. As you can see, I'm just going to swirl that in there. And that's all I'm going to do for this, because it's just my zinnias. So let me get my little shovel. Okay, I'm just going to gently dig around. Loosen the roots up. There. And I'm just going to position these. Just 2 and 2. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, here's 4. You don't have to bury them that deep. The roots just need to be covered. So, what you do now, or what I'm going to do now is I'm going to water it in real good. And then I'm going to provide it shade, because you don't want it in full sun as soon as you transplant, because that's how it gets transplant shock. And you want to water it because you just disturb those roots, and water is life. So I think that's good. And so I'm gonna move it from this location just a little bit. So I put it right here. I'm going to use this tote lid. I put holes in it so that way when I have young seedlings or I transplant something, I can use it to give it nearly full shade, but little peaks of light will come through. but it's not so much sun. And I'll come back and check on it in the evening because the sun is going to move throughout the day, just to make sure it's properly protected. So, and then once it's been acclimated into that pot, then I go through and add all the mulch to that. So thank you for tuning in again. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey y'all, so it's been about a couple days since I transplanted my zinnias into this pot. So far they are looking okay. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this with one hand. I'm going to add mulch. You can use whatever kind, you can use anything really, well not anything, but you can use grass clippings to mulch. You can use leaves. A few times I've used palm tree leaves. If you live in Florida or California or in the islands somewhere, the palm trees, they fall when they turn brown, and I would take those from off the street and crumple them up and use those as a mulch for my plant. And I had one I was going to show y'all, but somebody got rid of it. So that's the first plant, and as you see, it looks so much better. I love red mulch just because it's, I don't know, it just makes everything pop. Look at that. I don't know, it looks so cute. So yeah, so I'm going to go through, I'm going to take y'all to each plant, which there are a few plants that need mulching, so that's my bad. So yeah, here we go. Hey y'all, I don't know if you remember from in my first two videos when I showed you Melon Olivia. Well, here she is. She's gotten a lot of growth in the past couple of days. And not only does she have growth, but you see that? That's a little melon. And then there's another one. Thought I saw one. Oops, let me take this leaf off. When you see brown leaves, just remove them, because you don't want that leaf to take up all the energy from your plants. But there's a little tiny one right there. So we have male and female flowers going on. I'm super proud of her. So I can't wait to see how these melons turn out. So I'm gonna mulch her down. And you can also use straw or hay to mulch, but I think you have to be careful of what kind you get, because I've read just from other people's experience with hay or straw that depending on the company you get it from, they spray it with some type of chemical, and when people added it to their gardens, that hay killed their plants because of the chemicals that were sprayed with. So if you do get hay or straw, it's probably better getting it from a locally owned company, or really reading the ingredients or seeing if it was sprayed with any type of chemicals. Sorry about my fingers in the way. But this is my orange glow melon that I recently transplanted, and it's looking pretty good. But we're gonna add mulch. And aside from helping the soil to retain moisture, mulch is also good for, it can help prevent any type of diseases in your plant, because when you water your plants and the lower leaves, they can get wet, or the water can bounce off the soil and wet the leaves, and it could cause bacteria to form, which causes diseases in your plants. And so a good way to help prevent that is by mulching. So yeah, so this is looking pretty good so far. That melon plant already has mulch. This is my cucumber. I'm gonna do this one next. It's not really looking too good, I honestly believe, because it's too many in there. So I may remove one, not the one that has the cucumber on it already, but I may remove one just to see. And if it start looking better, then I'll keep it as is. If not, then I'll remove 2. I have 4 of them in this grow bag, and initially I was only going to have 2 anyways, but it's not too much space here. Just look like it's been mulched. Maybe it needs more mulch. Yeah, I've been neglectful. Look at all these plants that I have to come back through and mulch. And I may add more mulch to my melon patch area for the vines to sprawl out on, especially right there. And then for my sweet potatoes, those are going to sprawl out as time goes on. So I need more cardboard, because I think about maybe mulching. I'm gonna keep it easy, but I think I'm just gonna do this half so far for my melon vines. But that'll be another video for another day if I decide to do that.